I'm Jenny, I'm Holly's mum.
I'm Mark, Holly's dad.
And this is our Holly in the middle. Say hello, Holly.
Wave to the camera, Holly.
Wave, Paul.
So we set up the fundraiser 2 weeks after her diagnosis of Wilms tumour. She got diagnosed in June 2020, and as soon as we got the diagnosis, we got so much support from our family and friends, and people were asking us if they could do some fundraising. So we just wanted to raise a little bit of money really for cancer charities initially. So we set it up just with a view to raising about £1,000 for childhood cancer charities initially.
With the Bloom syndrome, they have a seminar every 2 years in Chicago, where they discuss cancer research, cancer surveillance, you know, and people talk about living with it, and then parents get involved and they talk about parenting a child and with Bloom syndrome and getting tips like that. So you get to meet up. It's a really close-knit community, if you will.
Bloom syndrome is a very, very rare genetic disorder. It's inherited from the parents, so me and Mark are both carriers, but the reason it's so rare is because it's very rare for two carriers to come together and have a child. So there's less than 300 people in the world with Bloom syndrome. As they grow older, they tend to have immunodeficiency, and they can be susceptible to diabetes and pulmonary diseases and things like that. But one of the main symptoms and awful things about it is that she's extremely susceptible to cancer. That's it now. So when she first got diagnosed, they said that because the BLM protein is missing, then she is much more likely to develop cancer of any type throughout her life, but it's extremely likely to happen at a younger age than someone in the normal population. So hearing that floored us.
We didn't expect it at all, because from a young age they thought she needed help with her growth, so we're giving her growth hormone injections every day for 12 months or so, from 6 months to 18 months, and then when we found out that she had Bloom syndrome, they said, right, you know, we need to stop giving her the growth hormone injections, because that can, if she did get a tumour, that'd speed up with the tumour, and the tumour will grow with the growth hormone. So yeah, it knocked us for six really. And
obviously you start to Google, and that's the worst thing we did really.
But finding there's a Bloom syndrome, we're members now of the Bloom Syndrome Association, so it's really close-knit community, and we can reach out to people in America, Australia, the Netherlands, you know, all these people, and it's a great supportive group. The best way to describe it for people like me and yourselves is imagine there's a bookshelf with 100 books on it, and in one of those books is a spelling mistake. It could be a missing full stop, or a missing apostrophe, or a missing capital letter, and they've got to try and find that spelling mistake within that bookshelf of all those books, but obviously relating it to Holly's DNA. So she's very independent, stubborn, feisty.
She's a bit of a joker.
She's got that redhead fire.
Yeah, and she's really outgoing. She loves nursery, she loves learning, doesn't she? She loves sport, she can kick a football.
And with having an older brother and older sister, she's quite tough. You know, she's quite strong, aren't you, Holly?
So the short-term goals of the fundraiser were to raise enough money to take Holly to the Bloom Syndrome Association conference, which is held in Chicago every 2 years. Originally it was supposed to be in 2020, but they've postponed it. But that's just a great chance for her to meet other children, other families who also have Bloom Syndrome from around the world. And also on top of that, we wanted to raise some money for childhood cancer charities and cancer research. But as the fundraising has grown, you know, in reality we could be fighting this battle for a long time, and it's going to be a constant battle for Holly as she grows up. So in the long term, we want to raise money for anything that can help Holly live her life to the full. Money for cancer research, because if we can cure cancer, then she's got more chance of surviving. And my hopes are that with the cancer screening, which she will undergo, then if the cancer does come back, then we'll catch it early and we'll fight it again.
But with Blooms, your life's cut short at an early age. I think the average at the moment is 27. So as the years go on, hopefully that extends and she can live a little bit longer.